Some of the critical factors you run into is timing and the market. So you have no control over the market. In, say, 2001, it was basically impossible to sell businesses. There were very few merger and acquisition transactions. Buyers were protecting their cash. They were not spending any money on acquiring new businesses. The concern was all related to making sure their balance sheet was healthy and that growth really wasn't an issue. Now we've moved back into the classic technology merger and acquisition regime, which is the larger technology companies need to grow. They need to provide some new path to show continued rapid growth rate, because that's what the investors want in the public markets. So timing is a very key issue on when you're going to sell your business. Some of the other key factors are where the company's at in its life cycle. Most companies in the technology space don't move along a very steady path. They tend to move in step functions. They develop a new product, they get new customers in, they get major wins that suddenly increase the value of the company pretty dramatically. So you have to be able to figure out where you're at and what's going to be happening over the next year to the value of the business because of these step functions. So the question is, when do you sell the business? And in many cases, these companies are faced with an alternative of selling the business or raising more funds to take the company to the next plateau, at which time then they would consider selling it or taking it public. So it's a decision process that's it's a decision process that requires some level of expertise. Some of it's analytical, some of it's just know-how that you gather over time, and that's part of what we provide. We've seen hundreds of these transactions. We've run into the same experience over and over, and we can provide some insights into people as to whether they should sell now, hold off, take the company to the next step, try to bring in additional money, try to find another key customer account, develop a particular technology that everybody knows is really going to be required in the next year or two. And it's those types of that type of advice that we provide to companies prior to actually taking them out to try to sell the company and get a transaction done.